And good day again. So it's part two of our CES module wherein it's about psychoanalysis of this pandemic. So before starting our classes, yesterday we have learned about our feelings, our acknowledging and validating all all kinds of feeling. So yesterday we are able to acknowledge our feelings, and we are able to validate that everyone feels the same way, right? So uh, I believe that you have read some of the help or tips that we need when encountering mental problems or psychosocial difficulties. Okay, so how many of you are positive in doing distracting activities like sports, hobbies, and reading? So I'm one. Getting adequate rest and healthy meals. Yan, it helps. Really, sometimes kaya feeling mo malungkot ka and pagod, it's because pagod ka, hindi ka natutulog, and gutom ka. That's a big factor, lalo na sa mga girls. Tama ba? Yeah. Next is trying to maintain a normal schedule. So, mas kung ang dami mong iniisip, ang dami mong ginagawa, mas okay kung you're going to maintain a normal schedule. As for me, I do Google Calendar. Ano siya, maayos siya, and nag-a-alarm siya every time na meron talagang mahalagang gagawin. Yan. And then next is scheduling pleasant activity. So of course, kailangan kung may work time, dapat meron ka ring leisure time na tinatawag. So after nating magklase, after mong humarap sa screen for 2 hours or so, after doing our activities, find time to do pleasant activities. Playing guitars, what else? Doing music, reading, and watching your favorite drama, of course. Next is focusing on something practical that you can do, right? Yan. So, instead of thinking what you cannot do, you can think of what you can do. Next is, saan na tayo? Using relaxation methods, ayan, like breathing exercises, which we will be trying later on. I'll see you. Breathing exercises, meditation, yan, pag gumaganyan na ako. And calming self-talk. Sometimes self-talk helps us. And of course, music. Napakahalaga. Participating in a support group. In interest, having the same interest, having the same career, so that yung mga rants mo, yung mga nafe-feel mo sa buhay, they can also relate and share. Yan. Next is exercising in moderation. Wala namang masamang mag 5 minutes abs exercise tayo, but if it is already causing us fatigue and unwanted stress, hindi rin maganda yung sobrang exercise, guys. So, kain din pag may time. Sino dito yung may journal? You can be able kasi to go back and make your feelings obvious or detectable through writing. Minsan kasi, hindi natin siya maisip, hindi na, yung feeling natin, hindi natin siya ma-coin sa isip natin, but when we write it, may mga ganyang tao ako especially, na figure out ko yung problema, or I can readily acknowledge what I am feeling when I keep it in a journal, and I remember things, positive things, and what I have learned from being this old. Ganyan. Tip ko yan sa inyo. Pwede kayong mag-diary, mag-journal, para yung mga bagay na nangyayari sa paligid nyo, sa buhay nyo, hindi nasasayang. Your mistakes are turned into lessons. Your failures become lessons, diba? And the best practices will never be forgotten. Ay, dati pala ganito ako. Yan. So much for that. You can also seek counseling. That helps. Counseling is wherein you will just let your feelings out to a person whom you can trust. Remember, people you can only trust, di ba? Do not just blabber about your problems to people who will not help you. Okay? Okay, so what does not help? Yan. Using alcohol or drugs. Hindi siya nakakatulong sa atin, guys. So, para daw makalimot sa problema, yan ginagawa. But it doesn't help. Diba? Hangover and doing crimes, it really doesn't help us. So, next is extreme withdrawal from family or friends. Ayaw mo nang makipag-usap sa mga friends and family members mo. Diba? Biglang lumiwan. Yan. Overeating. Yan. So, when I have problems, I really do that. I overeat and I do not fail to eat. Overeating and failing to eat. Yung iba hindi nakakakain, but some are binge. Diba? Sobrang dami mong kinakain. Yung, yes, and that's me actually. And I have learned that it does not help. So I will not do it anymore. I hope you will not do it too. Yan, di mo rin siya gagawin. Hindi nyo rin siya gagawin. Yan. Withdrawing from pleasant activities. So, dahil depressed ka na or medyo down ka, you don't want to do anything at all. Masama yun. Okay? So, think of something pleasant, do something pleasant. Working too much, again, that's me. Working too much. Kayo ba, iba yung mga distracting activities nyo para hindi nyo ano yung problem nyo, talagang nagtatrabaho kayo ng mabuti. Yan. So, for us, ba na working, yan yung madalas namin ginagawa. We work too much para matakpan, but it does not help. Kasi nga, lalo lang niyang ini-stress yung mental health mo, pati yung physical mo na i-stress din. Okay? Next is violence or conflict. So, I think wala naman yan sa atin. na dyan natin dinadaan. Doing risky things like driving recklessly, parang sa K-drama lang, no? Pag stress sila, drive sila ng mabilis. So, it does not help. Not extreme avoidance of thinking. Hindi ka na nag-iisip. Yan, mga nakatulala dyan ngayon sa screen. Yan. O kayang ginagawa ng mga yan. Yan, working too much, violence, extreme avoidance of thinking. Yan, not taking care of yourself. Hindi ka na naliligo, hindi ka na kumakain, hindi ka na nagpapalit ng damit. It does not help. Excessive TV or computer games. Okay? So all of us are guilty on some part of the things that doesn't help us. So for Module 2, we would be talking about calming down, okay? Should be calm, and managing one's emotions and thoughts. So far, we have discussed your routines and feelings during the past few months of pandemic. And today, we shall focus on how to manage those feelings of anger, anxiety, fear, etc. So remember when I asked you to identify your feelings and reactions to COVID-19 disaster? All right. So can you recall what those feelings were?